Hey guys, all right, another vlog video. This was an idea that popped in my head just now because of a comment I made on Mad Bad Voodoo's video. He just posted a video talking about people's opinion on, property rights and so forth. And I commented on something, and my comment was half serious and half joking, but really thinking about it, it was serious. It's a serious issue. And that is that no one really owns property, at least in America. I can't speak for other countries because I don't know other laws or what goes on in other countries. So I'm not going to make any assumptions on that. But in America, if you have property, you have to pay property taxes. Okay? Which means you could have bought a piece of property, paid a lot of money for that property, bought your house, paid it in full, whether it was all up front or you paid a mortgage for 30 years, whatever it was. Bought your cars, you can own everything you have. You can physically own everything. You can even hunt on your land and have a garden and never have to go to the grocery store. But you can never be debt free. You can never ever say that you don't owe anyone money because every single year, even though you bought that property, you still owe the government property taxes. Why is that? That doesn't make sense to me. So the ultimate conclusion here is that you can't buy property. You can only borrow it. So a lot of people who pay a lot of money for property are just basically borrowing it for the government until eventually they die or they can't afford it anymore. Think about it. The government owns all the property. If you have to pay taxes on it, how can you own it if you still are giving someone money for it continuously until the end of time, until the end of your lifetime? You can never be completely debt-free in America. It's an interesting thought. Doesn't matter what you do, you'll owe someone something. So what are your opinions on that? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know everything, particularly about how our government works and all that kind of stuff. So maybe I am wrong, but I thought it was an intriguing thought. I don't know. What do you think? What are your opinions? Comment below. Video responses are always welcome. I like to hear what you guys think about it. So it's just a kind of a bummer thought. It's really depressing to think that you could do everything right in life and you'll still owe someone money. Just the way it is. So let me know what you think. And if you live outside the United States, please, by all means, let me know how your country works, what your taxes are like. I heard from someone recently in a video how when they moved to America, they were laughing at the fact that people complain about taxes because compared to other countries, America's taxes are like nothing. I believe this was someone who he was Dutch and he lived in the Netherlands and said when he moved here, he couldn't believe that people were complaining about taxes because it was like nothing compared to what it was in the Netherlands. So it's a joke and people shouldn't be complaining here because it's really not much compared to other country situations. So I'm even more interested in hearing what people in other countries have to say. Let me know how it works. Is that how your government works? Do you owe property taxes every year? Is there any way you can not owe property taxes? You can truly own the land that you purchased and live on. I don't know. The only exception I can think of in the United States anyway is an Indian reservation where you're tax-free. Those people live on their land. They own that land that was allotted to them by the government, basically. It's, hey, we really screwed up with you guys, so tell you what, don't feel so bad. We'll give you this little chunk over here, and you can kind of hang out there, and you'll never owe us again. You're good. We really, really kind of gave you a bum deal, so you're okay now, and you can sell cigarettes to everyone else real cheap if you want, and build a casino. That could be your thing. You know what I mean? But besides Indian reservations, I can't think of any other place or any other scenario where you can literally be debt-free for the rest of your life, and perhaps your kin, your family, in future generations. But like I said, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Post your opinions, your comments, your thoughts, anything you want. Comment below. I'll read it, and if I have time, I will reply to you. But anyway, that's all. Just a thought that popped in my head. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.